All right, guys, we're back here on Southeastern 16, presented by FanDuel. A Sunday morning SEC basketball experience, Max Barr. As we said last night, we did our reaction show after Kentucky, Arkansas, where we recapped the entire day's action. Went about an hour. And we were, of course, talking about, well, unfortunately, we can't watch the Tennessee and Auburn game as we're doing that. And so the schedule, just the way it fell, we said we're going to come back this morning, share some thoughts on Tennessee's 77-69 win over Auburn, and sort of course, tee up the day with Florida and Alabama playing the lone Sunday game in SEC play this season. We've got our prediction up on the channel for that if you want to check it out for that game. And Max, we also can give people a quick injury update too on the injury report as we recorded that on Thursday, Friday. We didn't really have the injury report for that game, but we can give people some updates on that here in a few.
Yep.
And yeah, also some Saturday awards to hand out, which we didn't do
Yes.
last night because we were going to wait for this one. So how about that, Max? A Sunday morning SEC basketball. It kind of feels like Selection Sunday, where we're a month away now. Calendar just hit February, so
You know, Blake texted me, guys, before we went on and said, you know what? I think we're going to do this every Sunday. He really wants to have an SEC Sunday talking college hoops. No pushback from me, but hey, I'm just following, just following orders here. Let's get right into it, Blake. We got a heck of a day. We got to recap, we got to do awards, and then we got to get ready for some Gators Tide. I have some new thoughts given some injury news, maybe some spread movement as well. Some interesting spread movement in this game. It's going in a direction I didn't expect it to go in.
yeah, we'll talk about that. 2 streams on a Sunday. Ooh, it feels like SEC tournament bracket reveal type situation here. Unfortunately, we're not going to give you a gut bracket today. We might do that on Tuesday because, as we said, it's a very, very lackluster midweek. Only 4 games in the midweek this week, 2 on Tuesday, 2 on Wednesday. So we'll have some other fun stuff coming up in the midweek.
Hey, this is the first stream of February.
Yeah, it is.
We're 4 weeks away, and we're
almost there, man. I'm telling you, we're almost there. All right. If you want to know how the game went with Tennessee and Auburn, again, 77-69, the Vols get the win. Here's Stephen Pearl's comment, all right? And this can just kind of encapsulate how this game plays out. So I'm pulling this up from the Next Round Live here. Quote, "They beat us at our game. They pushed us around. They punked us. They didn't continue to settle for threes like we did. Our 4 best three-point shooters combined 7 for 31. Not going to win when you do that on the road." So that was it. I think he also described Dwayne Brown and Jalen Carey as SEC football defensive ends. So that was kind of the story of the game for Tennessee. And that was, all kind of kidding aside, that was the difference in this game. And Jalen Carey, Max, kind of set the tone pretty early in this one.
Yeah, you can just look at the rebounding battle here, and you got your path to victory for the Vols. Won the rebounding battle by 16. It is not easy to do with the way that this Auburn front court has been playing lately. I think Pearl mentioned something about Sebastian Williams-Adams after the game in the locker room, really hard on himself. I mean, geez, this is the number. I put out the stat earlier this week, Blake. Tennessee is top 4 in offensive rebounding rate since the year 2000. In the last 25 years of college basketball, Tennessee is offensive rebounding at a top 4 rate. And now it even went up. It was 44.7% before the game. It's 44.9% now. It's not going down. That's just how this team operates. It's how the team wins. First real addition of the injury theory here, Blake. We have not had too many additions of the injury theory this season, just with how many lineup rotations we have. Late addition to the injury report, Felix Okpara with the calf injury there, gets listed as a game time decision early in the day, and then eventually does not play. and then you get Dwayne Brown, 33-minute performance. JP Estrella only 17 minutes, had the 4 fouls. Jalen Carey, 27 minutes. And then Nate Aments at 37 minutes. Not really calling him a front court player, but had to play a little bit more with Akpara out. Didn't skip a beat. Still won the rebounding battle by 16. And you don't have Cade Phillips. That's just how elite this depth is here in the front court for Tennessee, Blake.
Yeah, I think so, and that's why we had, kind of said if you didn't have Florida's front court coming into the season, I think Tennessee's front court would have been far and away the the best option as a number 1 ranked front court. We had them at 2, only because Florida, basically had what they had coming back. So, again, I think the story here is Nate Aments. We said going into this game, like the guy has just turned the corner, and now, 22, 19, 29, 17, 23, 17. That's his last 6 games. Tennessee's 4-2 in that stretch. The rebounding numbers have been there. He's making more of an impact. The 3-point shot's been pretty consistent. So that's just, he's been such a difference maker, man. You can just, like we said, you can tell, like, something is clicked, and I think it's probably a combination of things. Like, it's a matter of probably Tennessee and how they're using him within their offense and kind of being able to teach him certain things about, hey, this is probably a better shot than that, or this is how you get to where you need to go, like all those things. And then he's just, I think experience, right? And it's like we mentioned going into this game, the minutes played. We were talking about how, man, look at the last several games. He played 39, 38, 36, 43. A couple overtime games, sure. This game he plays 37, right? He stays on the floor. They're just better when this guy, I think, is obviously playing at this kind of level right now. And, we didn't know. I think, we expected him to eventually get there. But, you think about how high the expectations were for him coming into the season, and now he's there because, he's making such a big difference for this team right now.
There's one guy that we have not mentioned enough the past few weeks that has been contributing to the Vols' success, Blake. And he's number 1 in the SEC. Number 1 in SEC play in steal rate. Number 1. The past 3 games, he's had 2 steals in each of the past 3. 2, 2, and 2. He's had a streak earlier in SEC play of having 3 games of 3 steals in a row. 3, 3, and 3. Do you know who I'm talking about for the Vols?
It's a 6'5" shooting guard / perimeter player who was like just rebounded like he was a 6'10" guy in this game last night. So
the youngster from Pittsburgh, Amari Evans, has taken the reins here, backing up Bishop Boswell at the 2, and even playing a little bit behind Nate Aments at the 3 when they go small and Aments goes up to the 4. He has been huge for the Vols. It was Amari Abram who was getting those minutes early in the year, and that he has been kind of phased out of the lineup for 6'5", 220 freshman Amari Evans, doing a little bit of everything, kind of in that Billy Richmond role, if you will, for this Vols team. Coming off the bench there, doing a little bit of everything, rebounding, steals, creating transition opportunities. We have not mentioned enough about just how good Evans has been off the bench here for Tennessee.
Yeah. Well, look, Sam says I would not call him a shooting guard. I think I know what Sam's saying by that, but
maybe just a guard.
Just a guard.
Guarding guard.
That's fine. That's okay. So, yeah, but he's, like you said, though, I think that's the thing is, like, some of the questions we had about Tennessee 2 coming into the season, we were curious. We mentioned guys like Evans, Boswell, Brown, like what kind of roles were they going to play on this team? And now that we're 20 plus games into the season, I think you're starting to really understand kind of those more well-defined roles for guys like this. And that's been a big difference, right? Because like you said, whether it's a game like this where Akpara doesn't play unexpectedly, Estrella was out for a bit. He lost Cade Phillips for the season, like just all those kind of things. And so it's been significant for to have these guys like that step up, because you just, you're never going to get through an entire season without injuries. And I think it's just like the way they've kind of bounced back and forth, and had guys in and out for a little bit there, and all that. So yeah, listen, it's a good win for Tennessee because remember now, I mean they won 3 in a row, and all 3 quality wins at Alabama, at Georgia, and now at home against Auburn. So, and let's remember too, a little bit before that they had the win against Texas A&M. So yeah, the Vols won 4 or 5. They're a wild Kentucky comeback away from being 5 straight here. So yeah, Tennessee's figured it out.
And believe it or not, they are number 2 in league play in 3-point shooting percentage.
How about that?
They're shooting 35.7% in SEC play. I mean, we're a month into the SEC play now. We got a pretty good sample size here. Vols are knocking them down.
They are. Kevin's here. Oh yeah, we had a decent feeling that Kevin would be here. A very, very giving mood on a Sunday morning. A big $50 super chat from Kevin. Now he's saying something here, Max, and I'm not sure. We may have to get a spell check on this. I think I know what he's saying. I think I know what he's saying here. But we do appreciate Kevin as always dropping the big super chat here on the channel. We appreciate that. What a start to a Sunday morning here in SEC basketball. Sam says, thank you for the $50. You made it worth it for me to get up this morning. Well, I mean, that's exactly wrong. So,
hey, how's the weather where you are today? How's the Nashville weather?
It's cold. Yeah, it's still pretty cold. And I mean, what was it, Sam? How much snow was there yesterday in Knoxville? But yeah, still cold. Still a lot of people without electricity right now. Boy, that's been something around here, and hopefully they continue to make progress there. So,
my brother lives in Charlotte, and he's sending me pictures of measuring tapes in the snow. They're getting they got crushed yesterday. I'm like, jeez.
Yeah, it's one of those now where it's like it's been so cold the past 2 days where it's like you can't even go out. And even if you do, like the snow is just solid ice, right? It's just completely
it's
iced
not going
over.
anywhere. Yeah.
No, it's like you fall on it. It's like you're falling on a brick. So, yeah, brutal. Temperature in the garage, Holly asked. It's honestly, it's not too bad. It's at this point, I feel like I'm used to it. Like, it's just it's cold, but it is what it is. So
this is the thing. At this point, I'd rather take cold and sunny than like just cool, like just not super cold but overcast. Give me at least give me the blue sky and the sun there. So
yeah. Well, Grayson says the car is stuck in the parking lot, so also been stuck in the dorm. So that's one of those things too. You just like, it's brutal. So no, it's
snowed in.
I'd be fine to see a little 75 and sun right now. I'll get to wherever I got to get to for that. But oh, Bronny with the comment of the day. Oh man. Oh boy. That's one you're just gonna let that sink in for a second. All right. Quickly though, for Tennessee, they host Ole Miss on Tuesday, then they're at Kentucky on Saturday. Vols at 5-3 in the SEC right now. We'll give you the updated standings in just a minute. Not a bad place to be sitting. If you're Tennessee, for Auburn, again, they had won 4 in a row heading into this, so they gave themselves a little bit of a buffer here, 5-4 in the SEC, but 3 big games coming up that'll be played in a span of a week. But they also get the midweek off this upcoming week, so they're going to play Alabama next Saturday. Huge game there. They host Vanderbilt on the 10th, and they're at Arkansas after that. So 3 big games coming up for Auburn. I think Auburn's going to be just fine because they've already racked up some pretty good wins. Strength of schedule is outstanding. According to KenPom, it is number 1 right now, overall strength of schedule.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, it's only going to, they've still got some tough games coming up. But look, listen, if they can navigate those 3, let's say they go 2-1. Like, you look at the rest of their remaining schedule, Mississippi State, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, LSU, Auburn's seed is going to be skyrocketing, I think. So, we'll see.
Yeah, if Auburn can just get a little bit more consistency from the scoring outputs from Overton, it feels like when Overton has one of those 20-point multi-3 games, they're looking, how do you beat this team? Because you add him into, the front court and then Keyshawn Hall, and it's like, geez, this is going to be a tough team to beat. And then when Overton isn't adding in his threes, it's like the spotlight on Pettiford to do something, the spotlight on Hall to do something. The margin for error just shrinks to slim to none. So it's like, watch KO in these next 3 games. He could be the difference in a 2-1 or a 1-2 or what we got going on here. But Torvik did update the tournament hopes. Auburn's still above 96%. So
they're fine.
They're absolutely fine. No worries there.
Yeah. Again, if Auburn goes 10-8 in the league, they're going to have a really good seed, I think. Not saying like top 4 maybe, but like they're going to be okay just because of the strength of schedule and how many more quality wins they would grab from that group. So, yeah, Auburn's fine. All right. Okay, so yeah, that is again the standings. Tennessee 5-3, Auburn 5-4. Your updated standings: A&M still at the top 7-1, Florida 6-2. They played today. Vanderbilt, Arkansas, Kentucky all 6-3. Tennessee 5-3, as we said. Alabama's 4-3. They played today against Florida. Auburn 5-4, Missouri 5-4, Texas 4-5, Georgia 4-5, Ole Miss 3-5, Mississippi State 3-6, LSU 2-7, South Carolina 2-7, and Oklahoma 1-8. So there you go.
Quite the setup.
Yeah. All right. Good morning to everyone out there, including Will. We appreciate you hopping in. And yeah, of course, we do have another game coming up today. That is Florida and Alabama. That's at noon Central. The spotlight game of the day. And we will be back with reaction to that afterwards. But Max, because it was Saturday, we're going to get into our Saturday awards. Share some thoughts on those. Before we do it, let's share some thoughts on our friends at And Collar. ANDcollar.com, performance menswear brand with the polos, the button-ups, the quarter zips, the pants, you name it. They got suits, all kinds of great stuff. Stretchy, affordable, make you look good. Man, what's a better trio than that? Don't. I'm sure Sam's got some kind of response to that. Don't say it in the comments. But remember, And Collar invented the Workleisure. Stain resistance. You can spill whatever you want on it. It'll come right off. Comfort. Little soft feel. Little four-way stretch. Little four-way stretch, Max. How about that as a highlight? Four-way stretch. Wrinkle resistant. Machine washable. Adios to the iron and the dry cleaner. Out of here. Lightweight. And the price. My goodness, the price. It doesn't get any better because you're getting 16% off. SEC16 for 16% off over at And Collar. Head over there. Buy everything. Buy responsibly. But while you're at it, buy everything. Because you support them, you support us. That's how it works around here. Go look good with our friends at And Collar. ANDcollar.com. SEC16, 16% off. Also, don't forget about ROKFORM, ROKFORM.com, the world's strongest magnetic phone case. Extreme protection, super strong magnets, rock lock, secure mounting. SEC25 over there for 25% off over at ROKFORM. And I will tell you that we've got a new sponsorship starting here in February. Max always appreciates these because that means he gets to upgrade the graphic where we put a little logo on there, all this other stuff. And it's going to be with our friends over. Are you ready for this, Max? I don't think I can upload it. It flashes on the screen, but it's okay. Icon Wallets. Wallets, Max Barr. For all that cash that you're carrying around out there, Icon Wallets. Icon/wallets.com. We're going to give you a big, exciting ad read coming up for them on Monday. IconWallets.com. If you want to head over there right now, we'll give you the link. And you can use the code SEC16 for 20% off over at Icon Wallets. Sam's a big fan? Of course he is.
We already got a fan club starting.
Sam is a big fan. So that's how we knew it was a great decision over at Icon Wallets. Premium leather wallets. Head on over there. I'll give you the link in the chat, and we'll have more to come for our friends over at Icon Wallets. All right.
This is exciting. I like this.
It's going to be good stuff. So, good stuff. All right. Saturday awards, Max. Are we ready to run through some awards from Saturday? These may not be as, they're not going to be as exciting maybe as they usually are because we're doing them on a Sunday morning, but they're still pretty exciting, I would say.
Yeah, we did have two teams that usually each earn an award or two not play on Saturday. So there might just be slightly less, but still great. It was a great day of hoops. There's plenty of stuff to highlight.
All right. Which one you want to start with? And I'm just going to give you mine on the fly here. What do you want to start with?
We'll go down the list here. You know what? Last time I think I started with player of the day, and I'll end with it this time. I'll go in reverse order this time. I got two guys for my don't forget these performances and losses. It's getting hard because as I list off, sixth man and seventh man that have a good game week after week, I run out of guys to highlight in these losses. But two guys that you definitely know about but have been playing extremely consistent. Meechie Johnson put up a 21-5-6 line. South Carolina might not be winning games, excuse me, but Meechie Johnson is playing the best Meechie Johnson basketball I've seen. He's got, I think it's 20 points in like 5 out of his last 7 games, something like that. He's number 1 in the SEC in assist rate right now. He's playing really well. They're not winning games, but Meechie Johnson's stuffing the stat sheet, and so is Jaden Epps for Mississippi State. It's back-to-back big-time games for Epps. That's been an inconsistent piece for Mississippi State all year, but it hasn't translated to wins, but that's now a few good games for Jaden Epps. Any performances in a loss that stood out to you, or there's nothing flashing across the mind right away?
I'm just over here reading Sam's comments saying that I look like an old Alaskan dude waiting to catch a fish in 0 degrees on the ice. Now, that is about as descriptive as you can get. I don't think any of these guys I would probably put in that category of old Alaskan dudes waiting to catch a fish on the ice. But, I mean, Dylan James, I thought, was he 13-13 for Georgia? Is there anybody else?
Jeremiah Wilkinson I was thinking about putting, but it's just like any game.
Yeah, I was going to mention Epps too because I think we pointed that out last night. But like other than that, I can't say like I think there's just one that completely. I mean, you mentioned Meechie. I think that's probably a good choice.
Yeah,
but that's probably the only ones I'd throw in that category.
Usually would have like a Darian Reed or a Max McKinnon in there or something like that. All right, we'll move on to my favorite award. Bully ball stat line of the day. We had a good one. This is a good one. We had a good one on Saturday for you bully ball enjoyers. Certain fan base might not love it, but the bully ball committee is what it is. You can't argue with the committee. Nick Pringle goes out there on a Saturday just looking to play some hoops. You can't blame the guy just looking to go out there play some hoops on a Saturday. 13 minutes. No points, doesn't attempt a shot, does attempt one free throw, doesn't make it, doesn't grab a rebound, doesn't assist, and picks up 3 fouls. That's a nice 13-minute 0-0-0-0 3-foul stat line there from Nick Pringle. Just going out there, banging some bodies around, picking up a few fouls, drawing some contact. Bully ball stat line of the day right there, Nick Pringle.
That's a bully ball stat line right there.
It is. It's not always a guarantee. You'll get one every Saturday, but we've been pretty lucky here over at the committee headquarters. Rock Lock Reliable Player of the Day. There were a few guys that you could pull on for this one. I'm going with our guy, Mr. T.O. Barrett. There's been no one more reliable than T.O. Barrett over the past 2 weeks of basketball for what he's bringing to Missouri in the backcourt. He's been an absolute stud. 30 minutes, 16 points, perfect from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, a block, and a steal. T.O. Barrett, Mr. Rock Lock reliable. Been the definition of reliable over the past 2 weeks.
I'm gonna go Tyler Tanner for Mr. Rock Lock reliable. Like sometimes people make a lot of like turnovers, but I'm like, the guy had the ball in his hands in like entire game. When you think about like no Duke Miles, no Frankie Collins, and he still manages to fuel his team to a win. So we'll go Tyler Tanner.
I like it. We need like a phone case award that gets sent to these players after they earn Rock Lock Reliable Player of the Week.
And then taking a photo on social media. Thanks so much to Southeastern 16 for the award. Really means a lot. I'm going to go take this case. I'm going to throw it against the wall to show you how reliable this thing is.
Yes.
Be great.
My team may have lost and we might not be making the tournament, but I don't care because Southeastern 16 just sent me a Rock Lock Reliable trophy.
Absolutely.
Could see it happening. Yearly Co. Bengal shooter of the day. We don't have Yearly Co. anymore. So I got to find a new play on words for
they're fine
three-point
people.
shooter.
They're fine people.
They are fine people.
It's okay.
They are fine people. My Bengal shooter of the day. You helped me out with this one. Guys, normally we've got a 5-3 performance, sometimes a 6-3, 7-3 performance. There was only one player that made 4 threes yesterday, and it was Josh Hubbard going 4 of 12. I can't reward a 4 of 12 performance. So Blake helped me out and spotted my guy from yesterday, Mike James, with a season-high 3 made three-pointers. No Duke Miles, no Frankie Collins. Ole Miss is coming back. Who do you call? Tyler Nickel. Mike James. Dial it up. Knock it down. Shooter of the day, Mike James.
Mike James, the shooter of the day. That's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, like you said, we were looking at all the stats, and I'm like, there's no one that I thought just completely stood out as like the person who separated themselves from the pack. So you could pick quite a few guys who made 3 threes, but yeah, there wasn't a lot elsewhere. So
yeah, I don't have a defensive player of the day. Chat, if you guys want to help out with this one,
Ruben.
Who do you think would be defensive player of the day?
He plays on Sunday, so you can say it's going to be Ruben because he's going to play here in just a bit. So you just go ahead and just proactively pick Big Ruben, King Ruben.
Yep, maybe a little Ali Diba. We got trending.
They go 3 or 4.
Trending on Twitter, 3. Doug Shows. No, if you want to go by stats, Jeremiah Wilkinson had 3 steals and 2 blocks, I believe, or the other way around, 3 blocks, 2 steals. But Texas A&M scored 92. You can't do that. No Ruben. Samto Cyril didn't play too well. Didn't have a defensive game. So I think for me, it's down to 2 guys, either Dalen Swain with what he did in the second half against Texas with the steals, shutting down Darian Reed, or probably Mo Diabate with what he was doing around the rim for Kentucky. How many blocks did he have? Did he have 2 blocks, 3 blocks? 3 blocks it was for Mo Diabate. But I didn't have anyone that really struck me as defensive player of the day.
Yeah, me either. I said Mo D would probably be my first choice, maybe. But again, there's no one like King Ruben out there, and we'll see if he can claim the crown once again today against Alabama. So
he's got a lot of pressure on him now because
maybe know like that you can sort of just be like, hey, I can't really give this award yet until I see like the king actually step on the court, right? Could be Big Chuck. Like could go Betty Akko.
We should have loved with that.
We'll see.
We'll see. And hey, Sherelle could be out there blocking shots left and right. Tommy H could say, "Don't forget about me." So yeah, there you go. All right, freshman of the day. We got 2 more. Freshman of the day, team of the day, and player of the day. 3 more actually. Jeez, it's early. Freshman of the day. You think I'm going to say?
Couple hours.
You think I'm going to say Nate Aments? Well, you're dead wrong because I'm going his partner in crime, Dwayne Brown, playing a season-high 34 minutes, winning Ken Pom MVP, 10 points, 7 boards, 4 assists, only 1 turnover. Put the ball in the big man's hands more. 4 assists, only 1 turnover. Let him run the offense. Add in a block, 2 steals. Dwayne Brown. What a game. Best game of the year for Dwayne Brown. Unusually. No Ament, no A-Cuff on this freshman of the day. I'm going Dwayne Brown.
Yeah, I don't mind that pick. I think Ament would be the next best option. So, yeah, I think you can pick one of the Tennessee players and be good with it.
All right, and we got team of the day and player of the day. Team of the day. Come on. Probably the easiest pick of the day.
Come on.
At 6.5-point underdogs, playing at the team with the best against the spread record at home in the league. Go in there and win outright. What was it, plus 200 something on the money line? The Cats and Mark Pope. Team of the day. That was the easiest award of Saturday.
Agreed. They're the team of the day. I just think that was the choice, and I don't know if there was a close second. If there was a close second, I would probably pick A&M.
Yeah, A&M or Texas maybe, just because given the
A&M
the significance. Yeah,
Texas just beat a team that has lost 8 in a row. Let's calm down.
No, I know, but it's just like they're on the bubble. So it's like
just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. Texas is a good choice. That was a must win. They found a way to get it done. I like Texas. I just think it's a bit of a roller coaster sometimes.
It is. It is. All right, and then player of the day. Before I do player of the day, chat, who's your player of the day? Because I don't think I'm gonna have who yours is.
Come on, it's an easy choice. Easy choice.
Who is your player of the day?
Come on.
In the league. I do not think I'm going to have yours. Who's yours? You go first on this one. Who's yours?
This is an easy choice, is it not?
I probably don't have who yours is.
Think about all the great performances out there yesterday. And we're talking about a man who, in 29 minutes of action, had 18 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists, a block.
Thank you.
And was the MVP for a team that went on the road and won by 15, the number 1 team in the SEC right now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's him.
It's Rashawn Agee. Done. He's the player of the day. Otega Owe was great. Let's call it what it is. He was outstanding for the Cats. But Rashawn Agee was the man on Saturday in SEC basketball.
He's the surprise of the year. He's the absolute surprise of the year. This guy's unbelievable. He could win He could win the reliable player of the week every single week, just guaranteed. I could just go out and pencil him in. He's going to have 15 and 15 and have an efficient night, and A&M will probably win. Yeah. Rashawn Agee.
I think so. Tremendous. Some of his Ken Palm player comps is Jamin Brakefield. It's an interesting one. Lawrence Bowers, who, of course, from Missouri. Wayne Chisholm, former Tennessee center. Pretty interesting group there. So, yeah.
Zach Leday, too. Leday was pretty good at Virginia Tech.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Okay. He's got some pretty good ones here. So, Elias Harris from the Zags.
Yep.
All right. There you have it. You guys are giving us your picks in the comments.
Some Trent Noahs.
A little Trent Noah action from Shane. Shane, by the way, we got to get your legend show on the books here. Send us a topic. You follow both Max and I on Twitter. That's probably the easiest way to connect with us. Send us a DM or something on there, and let's get your legend show going. It's a new month, and we got ahead on legend shows last month. So we still got to get Shane's legend show, and we got to get One Feisty Tigers legend show. So, and then once we get those, oh boy, everyone, guess what? We're going to be back in the rotation again at the start, which means Sam Smith will be coming up again probably in the next couple months. So, and anyone else who joins in for the Legends tier, you'll make your way into the group as well. So, there you have it. All right. Anything else, Max, before we hop off? Again, we will be back later today with thoughts on Florida, Alabama.
Yeah, there is no update on Amari Allen as of yet, I believe. Still just questionable.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. Yeah.
Questionable on that tag. There is one tweet from a random account that says Amari Allen will be out.
Look out. Okay.
So,
well,
I don't think that's anything at all.
Maybe Nate Oates' actual burner account, maybe. Maybe he's just putting that out there. Just a little misinformation.
But yeah, initially listed as questionable. The only reason why I would have any reason to believe that Amari Allen is going to be out is because didn't the line open 6.5 or 7.5, and now it's moved out to 8.5?
That's a lot of points, man.
Yeah,
it's Alabama.
Right now, it's Florida minus 8.5, and the 8.5's minus 115. It's even trending out towards 9.5. So I think that's probably Amari Allen not playing. I mean, if it gets announced Amari Allen is healthy and playing, not on a minutes restriction, and this thing is Florida minus 8.5, 9.5. Wow, that's a big spread for a healthy Alabama team plus Bediako.
You know, there's a lot of technicals last night. How many technicals? What's the over-under you'd set it at for this game? Based on the two coaches jawing back and forth. I'm going to set it at
2.5. I would hate to referee this game.
Over. Yeah. It's going to be something.
You're going to get you get one call even 10% wrong, and you're going to have Golden or Oates screaming at you. One possession into this game.
Is Todd Golden the new Will Wade for Nate Oates? That's the question. Like, are we just going to be what's the money line bet for these two to exchange haymakers today on the floor? What are we setting that at? Like, come on, you got to give me some decent odds there.
I can't wait for the first few possessions of Ruben versus Bediako, and just what that who sends the message, who puts down the hard foul first, who hip checks, on the box out a little too hard first and says, "You're playing my game today, buddy." That's a heavyweight, just championship fight. Bediako versus Ruben. Sign me up.
All right. We're going to hop off here. Grayson asks, when do we get the next 2K stream? We'll get it in the midweek this week because, as we said, it's a pretty slow midweek.
Yeah.
So we really don't have a ton to do necessarily. So, in the midweek this week, we'll come back with episode 4 of Blake Barr. The Cats are they're on a roll right now. What else did we say? We just had the big overtime win against North Carolina on the road. Oh, What a performance. What a performance for the Cats. So,
yeah. Only 4 games this midweek, so we'll have some fun.
Yeah. And they're not particularly great games, most of them. Alabama A&M is the headliner, but not particularly great slate. We'll see.
Yeah, there'll be some wide spreads.
All right. Speaking of which, Max, I know you thought the Royal Rumble was great yesterday, right?
I was watching UFC.
Oh, you weren't watching the Royal Rumble yesterday, like Phil and I?
The Australian card, Volkanovski.
Oh yeah, that guy, a real champ. So yeah, I can't believe you missed the Royal Rumble, Max. It's a shame. I think that's what we should be doing that this week. We got nothing else to do. We should make Max watch the Royal Rumble, and we just live stream his reaction. So, there you go.
No,
all right.
No.
He says no. Okay, we're out of here. We appreciate you guys. Appreciate Mother Carol hopping in as well as always. The number 1 overall seed here at Southeastern 16. We will be back after Florida and Alabama, probably around 2 p.m. Central today. And we'll chat about that game and kind of look ahead to the upcoming week and all that good stuff. So, all right. We appreciate you guys as always. And we'll talk to you soon here at Southeastern 16, presented by FanDuel.